Hello, and welcome to this meditation. Today, we're going to be diving in to a themed meditation that's all about letting go of external stress before and around and during the holidays. This time of year is usually the most overwhelming time of year for many people, especially in the United States where the holidays have been heavily capitalized on. It can give us a feeling that we need to compete with our neighbors, that we're not doing enough, that our children will be let down if we don't buy them all the presents they want, that they'll be made fun of at school if they don't have the latest and greatest stuff. And also it can cause deep emotional, mental, physical stress because there's this feeling of having to keep up with society. And when we can't do that, or when we don't want to do that, we may feel that we are doing something wrong, or that we are somehow failing and unworthy, and this can lead to the high rates of depression we see during the holiday season, which is very unfortunate, but an unfortunate reality it is. So we thought it would be nice to help you take a break in all the madness and to remember what's really important, because amidst all the chaos in the world, and especially the last few years, sometimes we get so sucked in that we forget to look right in front of us and see the things that are grounding, things that make us feel human again, things that make us feel loved and cherished, and things that can help us feel safe and cozy and warm, even though our environments and circumstances may not be the best. We can still find a little slice of peace here in your consciousness, in a special space that no one can take away from you. That's yours, and it's sacred. So with that, let's begin. So, make sure that you find a comfy, safe spot to do this meditation, even if it means having to sit in your car, as some of our clients do for readings, because that's the only safe space they can find in their home, which may be a little chaotic. That's okay. Seek it and take it wherever you can find it. Now that you're in this safe spot, let yourself start to sink in. Whether you're sitting or laying, doesn't matter what you do, as long as it's comfortable for you. Make sure to prop up any sore limbs, like put a pillow under your knees if you're having some issues with your lower back or your joints are hurting. Make sure you're supported. Make sure your neck is stable. We want to create an atmosphere that you're safe and that you get a little time to just release all that stress. So the more we can create that environment, the better. Start to feel your body melt into the surface that you're laying or sitting on. Become one with that object, slowly feeling your muscles release. Let's start with your neck and your head, an area where you keep a lot of stress and tension. And just slowly feel those release, letting your jaw start to unhinge a little bit from a clenched position it might be in. Letting your neck muscles start to melt and relax into your shoulders, which you let fall into a comfortable position as they too relax. The muscles that are leading down to your chest and your back, feel those start to melt, a warm, comforting sensation running through your body, releasing all the stress and the expectation from your day. Feeling a warm, cozy, comforting feeling coming from your solar plexus area, which is basically around your belly button region. Further melting deeper into relaxation, feeling your lower back release any tension that's been built up, any stress, any stiffness. Now it's just releasing, melting, feeling a tingling, warm, relaxing sensation. Continuing to release your glutes, your hamstring area, your quads, feeling your knees relax, feeling those calves let up all the tension from walking and supporting you and even from sitting. Believe it or not, sitting can also cause quite a lot of stress on your legs and your feet. Feeling those feet, those ankles, your toes, relax. Let them fall naturally into a position that's comfortable. Feel yourself being grounded. You can even imagine beautiful roots of light growing out from your bottoms of your feet, shooting through the floor and down through all the layers of the earth as the roots are gently climbing towards the center of the earth. And you can imagine the roots hooking into the earth's warm core of light and warmth and comfort and pulling up that healing, grounding energy from Mother Earth up through those roots and back up through your feet, all the way up through your body and up to the top of your head, and feel the light pouring out from your crown chakra, radiating throughout your whole aura, cleansing it, making it feel safe and welcoming and light. And now that we've got you all grounded and settled and relaxed, we're now going to begin this journey into finding self-acceptance, appreciating yourself where you're at, and finding the things that really matter during the what's commonly known as a stressful holiday season. Let's begin by you going to your closet and picking out a nice cozy outfit. Think of something to keep your head warm and your hands, and then a nice cozy jacket or sweater and anything else that'll help you feel ready to go out into the world during a cool season. Because today you're going to start to tackle the holiday shopping experience, which maybe is something you enjoy or maybe is something you don't, but you're deciding that today you're going to do it. You're going to finally go and get it done. So you've now dressed yourself up in really cozy, warm clothes. You feel nice and snuggly and safe and ready to go out in the world. So you take whatever mode of transportation that you usually use, whether it's a bus, a car, a bike, motorcycle, scooter, or if you just want to just hover with magical abilities over to your nearest shopping complex where you usually buy holiday gifts. And as you're looking at the glass doors of this place, the automatic glass doors welcome you as you walk in to this first large store, and you immediately notice that there's so many people swarming all over the place, and you're starting to wonder how good of an idea it was to come here on this day. But you've been putting it off and you're ready to finally just get it done. So you grab a cart and you begin walking to the first aisle. And as you go, notice how everyone's acting. People rushing around, seemingly unaware of their surroundings, leaving carts in the aisle, grabbing things quickly off shelves and shoving them onto their carts. People pushing their carts at seemingly 2 times or 3 times the normal speed. The look of stress and frustration on their faces. you hear kids crying, and you're asking yourself, Maria, why in the world are you doing this to us right now? I was here to relax. And don't you worry, we're going to do that in just a minute. But we first have to understand what it is that causes these conscious and subconscious stressors. And if we don't know what they are and we don't realize them first, how can we consciously seek to overcome them in a positive way? So sometimes part of meditation is actually acknowledging the discomfort and knowing that it's okay to do that. So in this case, you're standing in your cozy gear with your cart, trying to figure out where to go, trying to go to the first aisle that makes sense to you, and you're encountering this kind of chaotic energy everywhere, and you're starting to realize that this is uncomfortable. Now, in this moment, let's do something different. Let's pull over our cart to an area that's less occupied. And let's look around us and ask ourselves, what does all of this really actually mean to ourselves? What importance do all these things hold? And is it worth it for all the stress that's going to come with it? Now imagine that there's suddenly a quiet that falls over this busy, hectic store. And suddenly, you feel a sense of peace. You feel a glowing, warm sensation coming out of your heart chakra. And you feel called to start moving with your cart again. So, you pull out of your hiding spot in the store and you start to go back down the main aisle. But this time, there are people, but they're different. Instead of carts and hectic energy, you see people laughing with their children. You see a gentleman picking up his 2-year-old daughter and swinging her around the air as they both giggle. And you feel that warm sensation in your heart pulsate. And you continue going, and you see a younger woman helping an elderly woman over to an area where she can sit, because the older woman is feeling a little tired. And you see the younger woman sit with this older woman that she doesn't even know for a few minutes just to make sure she's okay. And you start to feel this warming sensation again pulsate in that heart chakra area, almost like it's growing. You continue down and you see 2 little kids hiding behind the clothing racks, laughing and chasing each other around with such sheer joy that reminds you of when you were a little kid and you used to play hide and seek, even if it was in a place like a store. Because at that time, when you were that young, things didn't seem as strict. Things were a little more up to adventure and interpretation. And again, you feel that warm sensation in your heart chakra grow bigger. You turn the corner, and then you see this aisle that's glowing with bright light. You feel like it's calling you, and so you decide to turn onto it with your cart. And this aisle seems like it has stretched into such a long distance that it feels surreal. There's nothing but sparkly, emanating light glowing from this beautiful section. And you're wondering why you're here. But then suddenly you start to see the empty shelves start filling up with things from your memories that made you most happy. Now, many of us have had tough lives, but there's always something, somewhere, even if it's small, that gave us a smile, whether it was a long time ago or now. Watch the aisles fill up one by one with items that remind you of something that made you smile in life, made you feel happy, safe, protected, encouraged, adventurous, excited, any of the things that could bring you joy, or even just a little moment of peace, tranquility, a little tiny speck of happiness. Now take your time and look around and start to see what items are populating on these shelves. Turn around and take a closer look at the one nearest you. What is this item? Start to envision what it means to you, and what is it trying to tell you as you pick it up in your hands and turn it around. Are there any feelings associated with this object? Is there a message with this object that you're holding? Is there a sensation you get when you pick it up? Now you can put this back on the shelf, or you can decide to add this to your cart, because now we're going to be shopping for peace and happiness and tranquility. And you're going to fill your cart up with things that can get you through stressful times, whether it be the holidays, whether it be a grieving process, difficulty at work or with your family, or anything that hits you hard in life, even if it's only for a season. Today we're shopping for your arsenal of things that are going to bring you joy again, or to remind you that you are capable of feeling things like peace, happiness, tranquility, safety, family, togetherness, whatever means something to you. So let's continue to look around and start to see what else has shown up on the shelf, and take a moment to look at a few different items and decide what you want to put in your cart. Because these are going to be the things that you're going to remember every time you're stuck in a stressful situation, or having to deal with a holiday season or any other season of life that's difficult. So take a moment and put some more things in your cart after you take a little look at them and feel them and analyze them. Take note of how you feel as you pick each item up and hold it. Analyze it, feel it, listen to it, and when you decide to put it in your cart or not. And have fun with this. These don't have to be completely practical. They can even be things from your imagination when you were younger, things that seemed silly. It's okay to recapture that childhood magic. Notice how you feel as you're putting more and more items in your cart. Check in with your body and see where the sensation is picking up. Take notice if it's in your chest or your solar plexus or your eyes or your hands or your feet. Memories and happiness and joy and all these different more positive emotions, they can affect us in different parts of our energy field and in our different parts of our body. So this is a good chance to also learn about how these different emotions and memories affect you, and how you can use this similar type of energy into the future to kind of stimulate, relax, or heal, etc. different aspects of your energy field in your body and your consciousness. Now, looking down at your cart, you're realizing you've got quite a few items in there. How does that make you feel? Now, continue outside the other end of the aisle. As long as it may be, it does have an ending. Let the light of this aisle, as you're exiting the aisle, fill you with warmth and hope. Tingly, soft energy, warming you up, reminding you that you're so loved. Now turn outside of the aisle, and now you're back in the main aisle. And suddenly, the store turns back into its original form, with people everywhere, carts full of the latest and greatest expensive items for their kids. People fighting over things, spilling Starbucks drinks on the floor. And take note of what you still have in your cart, because what's in your cart are the items that you picked out in that magical aisle, and they're still there. Now imagine a bubble of light is around you and your energy, and it muffles the sound of everything else going on around you. Now see the items in the cart start to gently float up, and they start to stick inside of your aura, inside of this bubble that protects your aura, and your aura is being filled with all the energy of these beautiful memories, emotions, thoughts, and it lights you up and gives you this protection against anything that is not truly important. And as you walk by all the people that are zombie-like in their fixation on consumerism, you can now peacefully walk outside, leaving the cart behind, but taking with you all the beautiful things you chose that were most important to you, hovering around in your aura for you to keep free of charge. The sliding glass automatic doors of the front of the store open, releasing you from the chaos, and you know that wherever you go, you are going to be protected, because you have what truly matters. No matter if you can't afford something that someone wants, no matter if you can't host a party this year, or if you have to and you're nervous about it, or if you can't meet up to someone's expectations on you, or if you're looking around and seeing what everyone else is doing. It no longer phases you, because you realize that what's most important cannot be purchased, because it already lies within us, in our memories, and in the people that we care about the most, and the experiences that have made us who we are. No one can take those away from us, and everything else is fleeting. So as you go about your holiday season, remember that you have this protection, and you can visualize this no matter wherever you go. Even if you're going into a tough family situation, as you meet up with family members that you don't get along with but feel obligated to go visit, you can bring this strength with you that they cannot interrupt or take away this peace that you have that's floating in your aura, that's protecting you with love and light and kindness and gratitude, that everything they say that is not of love just bounces off of you. The things they say that are hurtful or inconsiderate or ignorant just kind of sound muffled, almost like a Charlie Brown episode where the teachers kind of have a wah-wah sound to the way they talk, because your gratitude, your love, your happy memories that live in your aura and your body and your mind, soul, consciousness, and in that beautiful egg of light that protects you. Nothing else can get through that is not of the light. that is not of love. You can observe these things, but they're not going to affect you the way they may be used to, because you realize you have everything right there within you. And in that moment, you can gracefully accept that other people have to take the time to do this themselves, and you can't make anyone else do that. You can't make society change its expectations, and you can't stop people from walking around like zombies and trying to compete with their neighbors. But what you will always have is the ability to create inner peace in your own life, because that is your birthright, to create your own safer reality wherever you go. It's like a mobile, it's like a little mobile service where you can create gratitude and you can create healing wherever you're walking. So now imagine that you're back in your bed or your chair or your car, wherever you've been meditating today. And instead of feeling the warmth of those winter clothes you put on earlier in the meditation, you're now discovering the warmth of your own body, the warmth of your own energy, the coziness fitting you like the winter items that you placed on your imaginary version of your body in the meditation. You realize that you are capable of generating all on your own, with your own gorgeous energy, infinite and available to you at any time. Feel that beautiful heart chakra growing big and wide and giving you this energetic hug as you slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, and you start to come back into this reality, now fortified with the things that make you feel at peace, and the knowing that that's within you and around you at all times. Go easy on yourself during this crazy season, and take time for yourself when you can, and focus on creating forgiveness and healing for yourself over trying to achieve the material things, which can sometimes leave us a little bit more in a pit rather than lifting us up. Gently opening your eyes, feeling the empowerment, looking around you and knowing that you've got this, and that you've got a little community of people here at the Happy Healing Shop that you can chat with and share experiences with, and that we're very grateful to have you here joining us and getting so much enjoyment out of being able to get to know you all and forming this little community of kind people who want to help others and get to learn a little bit more about themselves. So with that, thank you so much for participating in today's meditation. We hope this helped. Again, my name is Maria Hill, and I hope to be doing more meditations for you in the future. Thank you so much, and take care.